You bite into a cheeseburger, grease on your fingers, cheese sliding off the side. You don't think about it, you just eat. But the real answer for why you crave this exact combination of meat, fat, salt, and bread is far stranger than you'd guess. It isn't really about taste, it's about your brain replaying a script written thousands of years before hamburgers existed. Here's what almost nobody notices. A cheeseburger is not one food. It's four ancient survival signals stacked into a single bite. Fat, salt, charred protein, soft carbohydrate. Your ancestors spent millions of years hunting for exactly these things, separately, rarely finding them all at once. Anthropologist Richard Wrangham has argued that cooked, calorie-dense food didn't just feed early humans, it rewired them. Cooking made meat easier to digest, which freed up energy that eventually helped grow a bigger brain. Your ancestors weren't eating for pleasure. They were eating for survival math. More calories per bite meant more energy for the body's most expensive organ. So when you smell a burger searing on a grill, something old and automatic switches on. Your brain isn't reading a menu, it's reading a threat-free jackpot. Think about what a wild hunt actually looked like. Days of tracking, no guarantee of a kill. And when there was meat, it was lean, tough, and had to be shared immediately before it spoiled. Fat was rare, truly rare, which is why your body evolved to crave it intensely the moment it's available. Nutrition researchers have long noted that high-fat, high-sugar combinations activate the brain's reward circuitry more strongly than either one alone. A burger patty dripping with melted cheese hits that exact combination. Salt tells a similar story. For most of human history, salt wasn't sitting in a shaker on your table. It was scarce, sometimes traded like currency. Your body needs it to regulate fluid and nerve signals, so evolution built in a craving to make sure you sought it out. A salted, seasoned patty isn't just flavorful. It's your body's ancient alarm system going quiet, telling you, this is safe, this is what you need. Then there's the char, the blackened crust on a grilled burger. That flavor comes from something called the Maillard reaction, a chemical process where heat transforms proteins and sugars into hundreds of new flavor compounds. Food scientist Harold McGee has spent decades documenting how deeply this reaction is tied to human taste preference across cultures. Roasted, seared, browned food doesn't just taste good by accident, it smells like safety. It smells like meat that's been rendered free of the bacteria that once made raw food dangerous. Your brain didn't evolve to love burgers, it evolved to love the signals a burger happens to contain. Now here's the twist, the part that reframes everything. Cheeseburgers didn't spread across America because people sat down and chose the healthiest or most nutritious meal. They spread because of speed, cost, and repetition. White Castle, founded in the 1920s, helped normalize the small, cheap, standardized burger as an everyday food rather than a rare treat. Fast food chains that followed didn't sell nutrition. They sold consistency. The same fat, salt, and char, delivered identically, every single time, anywhere in the country. That consistency mattered more than you'd think. Predictable reward is its own kind of comfort. Your brain likes knowing exactly what it's about to get, so the cheeseburger became something bigger than a meal. It became a symbol. Backyard grills on a summer evening, road trip stops, childhood memories built around a paper wrapper and a napkin that never seems like enough. None of that is really about the burger itself. It's about what the burger represents: familiarity, abundance, the quiet reassurance that comes from a meal your body was built across an unimaginable stretch of time to recognize as a win. Here's the part that might sit with you the next time you order one. You're not just satisfying hunger. You're answering a signal that's been running in the background of the human brain since long before written history, long before America, long before beef cattle were even domesticated. Every bite is layered with instinct. Fat that once meant survival. Salt that once meant balance. Char that once meant safety. Bread that once meant abundance. back when carbohydrates weren't sitting in every kitchen cabinet. Consider how strange it is that a nation obsessed with dieting is also a nation obsessed with cheeseburgers. That contradiction isn't hypocrisy. It's biology colliding with modern abundance. Your ancestors never had to resist a burger. Scarcity did the resisting for them. Today, scarcity is gone. The craving isn't. That's why willpower alone rarely wins against a burger at 9 at night. You're not fighting a lack of discipline. You're fighting hundreds of thousands of years of finely tuned instinct, aimed at a food environment that instinct was never designed for. Even the ritual around eating one plays into this. 2 hands, no utensils, nothing between you and the food. Anthropologists studying eating behavior have noted that hand-to-mouth eating, uninterrupted by tools, tends to feel more primal, more immediate, more satisfying. A cheeseburger strips away every layer of formality a meal can have. No fork required, no pause, just you, and something your body has been rehearsing how to want since long before language existed. You didn't choose to love cheeseburgers. Something much older than you did, long before you had a say in the matter. So the next time grease runs down your fingers and you don't think twice about it, remember, you're not just eating. You're finishing a story your ancestors started.